What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We got an awesome episode with a new mystery guest. Can't wait for you guys to listen. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all. Sorry for the delay in some uploads. There's just been a lot of weird technical difficulties with audio and stuff with the software we use. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. Let's get it.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hearts soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. It's me, Kraemer. We got Kinney on the mic and a very special guest. Let me give you some background. We had some technical difficulties and we ran out of time, but the draft episode and free agent episode is coming with this guest. Let me go ahead and introduce the one and only Mr. Peyton, also known as ATL Falcons Barstool. Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are y'all doing?
Man, we're doing so good. If there are better, there'd be four of us on here. Let me tell you something. Peyton is like the silent hero of everything that goes on with ATL Sports Special, because he has been kind enough to let us share in some of the hard work he's been doing with all these amazing posts when it comes to free agency and keeping everybody updated, where my lazy behind / having two kids behind would fall apart trying to keep up with. So Peyton, we've told you this personally. I want to say it publicly on the pod how much we appreciate you and all you've done to kind of help us work together on the gram, if you will.
Of course.
No, 100%. There is, without a doubt, there is no us without him. So again, we just want to extend and say the biggest thank you that we're both busy. We got, we're in our 30s. We're busy with our life. We're chopped unk, basically, as the kids say. Without you, this a lot of our social media engagement wouldn't be possible. So again, thank you so much. But you know what? We're sitting here talking. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Welcome to the pod, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it. No, I do it for fun. This is all. I mean, I started up as a kid that was in Madden group chats with my friends, and we would build our own teams, and we would make super teams. And I wanted to put my players in the jerseys that we were wearing. So I learned how to jersey swap, just self-taught how to jersey swap over COVID, really. And then it just became a thing, and I just kind of got good at making graphics. I'm not that good, but I'm decent at it. So it's just more of a passion thing. And I just love sports so much. So it is fun for me to do. There's some days I'm man, the draft really killed me. I was making I made probably 35 graphics or something, and I was just
no, yeah, seriously. If you guys are listening to this and you didn't keep up with it, this man was popping out a graphic every 10 minutes.
It was honestly so impressive.
It wasn't even draft. It was the free agency pickups and the guys we picked up afterward when the Falcons were just rolling in new information. It was so great, man. I think I heard the Welcome to Atlanta song 30 times in the day, and I was cracking up. I freaking love it, dude.
I was sick of that song by the end of the day. I'll tell you that much. I was
I'm sure you were.
Song for another week. I love all these pickups,
especially when you're
making
editing
moves, but man, that was a rough day.
When you're the one making the edits too, it's hard because you're having to listen to it on repeat while you're doing it, which is brutal. So I totally respect it. Totally respect it.
Man. You were killing it with the graphics, and you the fact you were in our DMs. I'm sorry if I'm spamming you guys. I'm no, we need this.
Yeah,
and
dude, you have no idea.
So we're too lazy / busy, which is such a conundrum in itself. But thank you so much again for all that work. I just want to, since it's your first time on the podcast, well, let's go ahead and say second time. His audio didn't pick up the first time we recorded, so first time technically that everybody else gets to hear it. But we had a great conversation last week let's just go in. Like, what made you a Falcons fan, man? Because I remember you telling me a great story, and it's awesome.
My name's Peyton, obviously, and my dad was a very big Peyton Manning fan. So I was actually named after Peyton Manning. He was a big Tennessee Vols guy. He was a big Indianapolis Colts and then Broncos guy. Well, when I started to get into sports was 2015, and I watched the Broncos. I'd always pulled for the Broncos, and they went on that run. They ended up beating the Panthers, and then Peyton Manning retires after that game. I was like, well, this is weird. Like, now who do I pull for? And Dad's like, I'm like, asked Dad, like, are you going to be a Broncos fan still? He's like, no, I don't think I'm going to be a Broncos fan anymore. And he's like, I think I'm just going to watch football to watch football. I was like, okay. I was like, well, now that leaves me here trying to decide. So we went and saw family in Atlanta. It's my cousin Krista. She's awesome. She's amazing. Shout out to her. She's a big Atlanta sports fan. I mean, every Atlanta sport there is. And I was talking to her, and she's like, hey, you just need to pull for the Falcons. You live close enough. You're closer to the Falcons than the Panthers. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. They have a cool logo. And then I saw Matt Ryan play for the first time, and it was love at first sight. I mean, got a Matt Ryan jersey later that year, wore the 2 off of that thing. I still have it. I mean, it is worn to pieces. I was known as the Matt Ryan kid at school.
That's awesome.
I would always have a Matt Ryan jersey when we go out and play football at the yard. Like, I'd pull up my Matt Ryan jersey. Like, Matt Ryan was my guy. So then it just really became the Matt Ryan show, and then I just fell in love with the Falcons. And I'm never somebody to switch up on a team. I don't like the idea of bandwagon and leaving teams. So I'm like, this is my team. I'd been a Braves fan my whole life, and I just decided to adopt the Hawks at that point too. So got all 3 of them in that one swoop of a moment. So
that's such a fantastic segue into being an Atlanta fan. You did get to taste something beautiful when you joined the squad. Which I'm happy for you, because that was the first time I'd really had any hint of success. And now it's actually kind of ruined me, I think, because I'm still chasing that high for the Falcons. That's why every year we come in here say we're going to win 12 games, and we know we probably won't.
Win 8 or 9.
Yeah,
maybe
getting and still somehow almost winning the division. That's the
crazy.
funniest part about it. No, coming in, that's awesome, man. That's, shout out your cousin. Big ups to her, putting you on the good guys squad over here with the Falcons. Because they're a team. Unless you're a Saints fan, you can't hate them too much. We've gone through so many terrible things where you just look at them. If you're an outsider, like you're a Rams fan, you're whatever, it's just like you look at the Falcons, and at some point you just got to feel bad for us. Which I'm like, yeah,
I would appreciate some sympathy personally for the Falcons.
I mean, I feel like people are like, oh, like. I feel like people have to feel for the Falcons how I feel for the Browns, where I can't hate them. I'm just like, man, like, you guys
we just do so much though we do so much as an organization that's just pure like chicanery. It's such total nonsense. Like, I won't even get into like the legal trouble off the field with players that makes people hate us more. Let's talk about like the stupid stuff we've done in the past. Like, we demoed the stadium, and a MARTA bus pulled in front of the only camera that was recording it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the kind of stuff that happens in Atlanta where it's like, you've got to be kidding me.
Man,
we can't even enjoy stuff. We can't even enjoy blowing the past up over here.
I actually should upload it now that I think about it, because I actually was tailgating at 6 a.m. on top of the Georgia Aquarium and took a great video of the demolition of the old dome.
Wait, do you really have a good video of it?
Yeah, man. Oh my gosh, I gotta send it to you. It's on my Instagram. Go look at it right now.
Millions of views,
Kraemer,
dude.
Yeah, Kraemer, dude. There's no good videos. You might actually have some gold there. They're literally the
It's
only
insane.
view.
It's. I was sitting there drinking Sweetwaters at 6 a.m. I mean, I was a broke college kid. I had nothing else to do, so I
Could have been too, bro,
like,
dude. You're having Sweetwater, man. They're more expensive.
But you getting in during the Matt Ryan era is my the equivalent. It's the equivalent to you went to a casino for your first time and you hit a jackpot on a machine,
on a slot machine,
or like roulette or something, and it's like they did just enough that one time for you to keep pulling you back in every single year, and now you're like, oh, I can recreate this. and we've yet to see that. So
yeah.
it's
Now
tough.
you're poisoned with the rest of us, dude. And I actually
every
I
year
freaking love
I
it, man.
sit
I
and
love
I'm
it.
like, this year's gonna be different, and then I like after week 2 or 3, I'm like, why did I choose this path for me? I'm like, the depression hits, and I'm just like, man, it's a rough time.
It is a rough time. You know what we'll do today then is we'll leave the Falcons for next week, and what we'll do is we'll focus on a team that has shown us and really given us a lot of joy to start the season, and dive into a little bit about what's going on with the Braves, who, as of probably 3 hours prior to us all talking, did lose their first series.
Had to happen.
That's
Had to happen
okay.
eventually. Had to happen eventually.
It's on the road against a team that will be in the playoffs. I know they're just barely sub 500 right now, but that whole division's still wide open. Not worried too much about it. And the Braves, like I mentioned, I told some buddies I was talking to, if the Braves go 5-4 or 4-5 on this road trip between the Mariners, the Cubs, and the Dodgers, that's a win. Like to win 5, to split these 3 series is a very good thing, because the Cubs and the Dodgers are top 5 teams in baseball right now. Now the number 1 team in baseball right now, you're looking at them. That's the Atlanta Braves. If we go back and look, so series before this, beat up on the Tigers. I think we talked about that a little bit in our last pod. We didn't sweep. We were going for the sweep, lost the last series. Oh, well. Then we got the Mariners, which, did y'all watch these games?
I only got to watch this last one. The last 2 are too late.
It's
I
pretty
hate
fair.
The West Coast time zone. Kills me.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's pretty fair if you didn't watch it, because they started at 9:40 Eastern time, which I get. It's like it's being played in Washington. But at the same time, if you're going to have 2 teams with that big of a distance, you got to meet in the middle. Am I wrong for that?
It makes, if you think about it, we haven't lost a series all season so far, but it makes sense that this is the first time we're on the true West Coast. I mean, we had 1 day of travel in between. They're on a 3-hour time difference. The boys are tired. Let the boys, let the boys rest a little bit. And if this is the first series we lose, that's fine. Let's get acclimated to the West Coast, and let's get everything in tip-top shape for the Dodgers coming up.
Tune up. I like that. I like that a lot. And also, I think one of the things this game today was a weird one, because the lineup that we ran out there was such a B unit squad. I'm not trying to knock on the players we have. We had like this young kid who came from the farm, Jarvis, playing short. Really weird seeing Michael Harris playing left field. That really threw me for a loop when I turned on the game. I was like, what? I mean, I get the reason they put him out there is because he's got that, was a quad, I think. He's dealing with like a quad tightness. But man, when I saw the ball get hit out there, and you're expecting to see Yastrzemski's pasty behind running around in that corner, or like Eli White, and all of a sudden our guy Michael Harris is there, I was like, what is he doing? And also, I mean, if he's not able to play center field, then just don't have him on the field. Is kind of where I'm at. Like, don't risk him getting hurt in left field for no reason. Just use his bat. Just DH him that day. I don't know. I thought the whole thing was weird. We looked like a weird team. I mean, off game.
We weren't all together in this series, and that's fine. I'd rather the boys all be healthy when the Dodgers. We go to the Dodgers next week. So it's the fact.
I think we play the Cubs first, don't we?
Yeah, but I'm saying like next week, like I don't like the Cubs. The Cubs are decent right now too. So
Cubs are great.
Exactly. So even if we lose that series against the Cubs, it's more of a personal vendetta / hate thing where we got to really get our guys together, have the best squad possible with health and everything to make sure that we go out there and we beat the Dodgers, because I think that is going to be our biggest statement game. I see all these comments online. I see all these people talking, saying, we're happy. We're Braves fans. We started 0-7 last year. We're excited about this season. We're on fire. We're number 1 in the league, and everyone can just, of course, everybody's so mad at their own teams, has to comment like, congrats, you won April. There's 4 or 5 months left.
They're kind of right. They're kind of right.
But small victories.
Up until this point,
since when's it not okay to celebrate small victories? Am I right, Peyton? I mean, come on.
I mean, I'm just saying this. Phillies fans have been awfully quiet, and they've talked so much trash in the offseason. So I'm kind of enjoying like, oh, this, that. I'm like, where are you guys at now? It's like you're so confident now. You're not confident no more.
It's been a while since I've seen a post from a Mets fan, too.
What's actually hilarious is if you go look at their content, Phillies and Mets fans who normally are attacking Braves fans are attacking each other about how bad their teams are. I got in some thread the other day that was posting after they finished playing the games. It was like both teams couldn't try to lose harder, and they were both just going back and forth in the comments. I was like, I felt like a kid on Christmas watching those two franchises fans just annihilate themselves in the group chat, only for them to have a combined like 23 wins between them. It's gorgeous, man. I absolutely couldn't love it more. And Peyton, right before we get on here, I do want to bring something up. You mentioned a pretty wild thing that happened to you when you were a kid involving the Mariners. Can you tell me what you told us like right before we hopped in here?
So, growing up in my old high school, what I used to go to, or I'm obviously graduating now, but my old high school where I used to be living in that area, Cal Raleigh actually went to my high school. So I've seen Cal Raleigh before. I run across him, like even last summer, I ran across him in like the hair salon, like to get my hair cut, and I just see Cal Raleigh right there next to me. I'm like, oh, there's Cal Raleigh. So it's pretty cool to see him here, and it's interesting. We couldn't have lost anyone better, in my opinion, just because it's the hometown hero around here. I mean, if you ask anyone from, 50 miles of this area, they're like, oh, yeah, Cal Raleigh's local here. So I've seen Cal a few times, and back in my old high school, I remember when he was bringing up in the ship when he got called up, and it was a whole big thing. It was my freshman year in high school. So it was really cool. I never got to watch him play that I remember, but it was really cool to have that experience. And if you can't lose to anybody worse, in my opinion. I mean, it could have been the Phillies, it could have been the Mets. It's the Mariners. It's all right.
No, I'm actually happy. It is like literally distance-wise the furthest team that we could lose to, and on top of that, now the Phillies or the Mets or the Dodgers or the Cubs, they don't get to say like, "Oh, we're the first ones to beat them. We're the best." Right? Like it was Cal, who's your boy. We're happy with that. With this being the first one.
It's a totally neutral feeling losing this series because it's just like, hey, it's a team that's like honestly irrelevant to my radar when it comes to dealing with their fans and dealing with anything regarding their realm of the world. So the last thing, any of us needed was losing to the Phillies, losing to the Mets, losing to the Dodgers. Because then
I just don't see that happening in our future, though. I really don't.
Maybe
the Dodgers on the road, but
sure.
Phillies and the Mets, dude, they're so dead, and like they have full health, which is so embarrassing. Like we still don't even have Ha-Seong Kim. We don't have. I mean, Spencer Strider pitched at like half health.
Yeah.
Sean Murphy and his 4 eyes did come back though today, which I got to tell you, seeing him behind the plate, I literally first look, I go, who the hell is that playing catcher? I was like, did we give Jonah Heim glasses? And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot Sean Murphy's back. Pretty sure he went no, he got a hit there in the that kind of got us going. He moved someone over to third, but got the run that felt like we were going to make a comeback, and then we fizzled out with Dom Smith. Dom Smith hit the RBI, and then we fizzled out. But yeah, man, Braves, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of great players coming back still. That's going to be really exciting to see. The Ronald Acuña injury, and I don't know what y'all's take is on this, but seemingly is not as big of a deal as we thought it was. But also, like, maybe we re-sign him for life right now for like $50 million because he's so injury prone. A lot of people are saying we should trade him. What do y'all think?
Absolutely not. I don't know about you, Peyton, but like, we already let a guy that was a hometown hero walk, a guy that did nothing but gave his entire life to the Braves, which was Freddie Freeman. We already let.
Well, he's from Canada.
No, but I'm saying like a hero for the Braves. My bad.
Yes.
That's not the word. That's not maybe the terminology I should use. But I'm saying, obviously Ronald Acuña is not a hometown hero. He's not from the country either.
No, he's not.
But what I'm saying is that
that's their first team. They played here for years.
Ronald Acuña is a household name, not even just in Georgia, the state of Georgia, but across the United States right now. Everybody knows who Ronald Acuña is. Just like Freddie Freeman, we can't risk the opportunity, or even have the thought or idea that this man leaves and plays for another team. I mean, I don't know what you guys are thinking, but I feel like we're all on the same page here, right? I mean, Peyton, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, this year has obviously been a slow start, and there's times I'm like, man, we've got so much good. Like, would it hurt to trade him and avoid the contract and then get a whole bunch of pieces? But at the end of the day, I'm thinking it's Ronald Acuna, and if you get those pieces back, what are you hoping for? A player like Ronald Acuna. It's like, then why would we got the guy? There's no if he's having a down year, this would be the best time for him to have a down year when we got to sign him to a contract. So, I mean,
yeah, that's actually my thought too. Is like, if I think AA is probably champing the bit a little bit right now, being like, okay, he's hurt. Maybe we really start negotiations, especially while he's batting like 250. You know what I mean? It's like starting off the year with only 2 or 3 home runs, down batting average, injured for what will probably end up being like, 10 games maybe. I mean, he's on 10-day, but I bet they let him sit a little longer. I don't know, man. I'm kind of with you. It's like, maybe we could get him for under $200 million now. Like, if we could do that, then I say we do it. But what you don't want to have happen is you got 2 Austin Rileys on your team. I love Austin Riley. I absolutely do. I mean that. But you can't have 2 guys you're paying over $200 million to bat at 200, right? Like, that's just a fact. And Acuna is not a guy who's going to do that. It's been consistent across his career. He's been a high 280 average, but
if we were to trade him and hope to get the next guy that has the same potential as Ronald Acuña, it would honestly, the only other memory or the closest memory I have to another team that did something similar where it just completely backlashed in their face, didn't work out whatsoever, is when we saw the Tennessee Titans years ago trade for the first round pick to Philadelphia, A.J. Brown, because they were like, oh, but we're going to draft a guy that's just like A.J. Brown. You already had A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
You traded him. He won a Super Bowl. And what happened to the Titans? They ended up releasing Treylon Burks because he broke his collarbone in spring and in some summer sessions. It's like, yeah, man, you ever seen that Family Guy episode? It's like, hey, you can have this boat or you can have this mystery box. It's like, well, it could be a boat, but let's not do that.
Yeah. What if it was this way though? What if the trade was for a true ace, like a real long-term 5-year deal with one of the best starting pitchers in baseball? Right? Because right now you got Chris Sale, who's got another 2 years, like this year and next, on a contract. He is 37, 35, somewhere in that range. And he is. I mean, look, he just won a Cy Young 2 years ago. I'm not knocking he's got talent, but he's obviously going to have velocity issues over the next 2 years. And then what do you have? Spencer Strider, who's also hurt every year, and his velocity has dropped 4 miles per hour over the past 2 seasons on his fastball. Now he's learned other pitches, which will make him more effective. But when you look at the future of pitching in Atlanta, like, I can tell you right now, we can't rely on Bryce Elder over the years. I love what he's doing right now. I'm really, really happy for him. But do I think it's closer to a Max Fried or a Mike Foltynewicz? I think it's closer to a Mike Foltynewicz situation than a Max Fried with Bryce Elder. I don't know, man. There needs to be a conversation. I'm with you guys, and that I would rather have Ronald Acuña's jersey hung up in the rafters one day, and know that we had an MVP that we kept, unlike an MVP that we lost.
I mean, if somebody wants to go ahead and throw us Paul Skeens or I don't know, again.
Somebody like that.
I'm thinking too much emotion with this, right? Like, I value Ronald Acuña way higher than probably the actual league does, because the stuff he's done for us, the games I've been to, the fun that I've had watching Ronald Acuña is to me more than whatever. That's more than the money, that's more than whatever it is. But I guess if you want to take the emotion side out of it, No, I don't know. Like, I guess my asking price would be too high because obviously they wouldn't give you Paul Skeem, like
No,
somebody like.
no.
But I would need somebody like that. I mean, Peyton,
Yeah.
what do you think?
The only guy I thought about this a lot. The only guy I'd be comfortable with giving up Acuña for would be Shohei Ohtani, and we're not gonna get that. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Ronald
No,
has
we
so
can't
much
afford it, and
potential.
neither can the Dodgers.
I mean,
Oh
and
man,
if I
The
see
injury
Ronald
bug with
Acuña in a
him.
Dodgers uniform, like that may be my breaking point for baseball, where I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We need a new system in place because if he ends up in
no,
a
there would be a
Dodgers,
lockout.
Yankees, or
There'd
Mets
have to be a
uniform,
lockout.
I mean,
A Dodgers, a Yankees. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the three. It's like, yeah, if Ronald Acuña wore a Dodgers jersey, I'd probably quit watching baseball. And I love the Rays. They're like my favorite thing. Baseball is my favorite sport to watch on TV. It's my favorite team to cheer for. And I think if we had to watch Ronald Acuña play right field, yeah, I don't know how I could stomach that. So maybe you're right. Maybe we just keep them so that everybody keeps their mental health around here. Is
yeah.
honestly
I mean, the
the
Freddie
main move.
Freeman era, losing him was like probably like top 5 worst experiences in my life. Like
That did
Yeah.
psychological damage to the fan base because the
You know,
whole
it's funny,
scandal
man.
behind it.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I went to the home opener the year after when they got their rings. And Freddie Freeman came out to get his, and like everyone clapped, and I just like I clapped for him to get his ring because like that's still Braves Freddie. I booed him every at bat, and the stadium was literally probably 75% boos and 25% cheering for him.
That would be so hard for me. Like Freddie was like my Matt Ryan in baseball. Like he was my
Oh, yeah.
guy, and it just like it hurts so bad. He's such a good guy off the field too, and it makes it like
Yep.
so hard not to pull for him. But man, I mean, the Dodgers. I pulled for him his first year, and then now the Dodgers are doing what they're doing. And I'm like, I can't pull for you no more, Freddie. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
can't
it's-
pull for anyone. They're probably going to be number one across all
it's
sports.
just like I could have been okay with him literally anywhere else but 2 teams really, or 3 teams I guess, because Mets, Phillies, Dodgers, and him going to the Dodgers is just like that.
It's like he
imagine,
sold out, dude. It's like when your favorite band comes out with like a pop album, and you're like, what are we doing?
Dude, imagine if Matt Ryan signed to the Saints.
Oh, that'd be so foul. It already looks wrong with him wearing a Colts jersey, but yeah, I agree. Like if he had been wearing that gold and black, it would have kind of killed
I don't even
inside
know.
me.
Well, like I think something would have broken my brain that day if the day he stepped out
Yeah,
in black and gold, and I don't know. Could have been my breaking point with football, where I'm like,
You
the
would probably have
Falcons
to
are
put
so
me on
unserious.
suicide watch if Matt Ryan ended up on the Saints.
yeah,
Like that
100%.
would
dude.
absolutely.
100%.
I'd probably be like crying, like worse than any breakup I've ever had or anything.
Yeah.
Like it was hard when he went to Colts.
Well, this would be worse. This would be a worse breakup.
Yeah, I mean,
No, any Falcons players ever gone to the Saints is just immediately like, even if it's like, hey, it's the only team that would take me to get my checkup. Like, dude, retire then. Don't go over there. It's just like I have no respect for you. Let's
Dude,
quickly.
when Julio went to the Bucks, like I don't know about you guys, when Julio went to the Bucks, I was just like,
Yeah,
all
dead to me.
right, so yeah, he was dead to me. I was just like,
Yeah.
so this is just.
I'll keep
unserious
the
now.
memory of you like really tight. And I'll hold on to that when you play with Matt Ryan. But like the active current roster, like when I see you, I'm never gonna cheer for you. I'll be like,
it was like some Walking Dead concept where it's like, oh no, my best friend turned into a zombie. Like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put you down. Like,
yeah, gonna have to do it, dude. You're gonna have to put that bullet through the head. Speaking of emotional plays, we have not talked about what happened a week ago with the Hawks. Getting down early by almost 50 to the Knicks, and then just really doing a great job of holding that line, man. If you took out the first quarter and a half, it was a pretty tight game. Pretty tight game. Hawks played really great. No, the Hawks played absolutely horrible, and I'm not going to lie to you. I've never been more disappointed. I have been only one other time more disappointed in an Atlanta team in the playoffs. This was 28-3-esque of basketball. It's the biggest margin of victory in a playoff game in history of the NBA. And everyone seemingly just quit before they even stepped on the court. It was like, hey, like, I think this team had non-refundable tickets to Cancun, and they were like, we have got to get the hell out of here. Like, as fast as we can lose, I got to get home. Because it was truly like watching a high school JV girls team play a professional basketball team.
It was the fact of it's just I'm trying just like not to get angry, but
no, get angry. It's definitely a reasonable time to get angry.
It was a casual night. Went to Park Tavern. Had a nice Dos Equis poured up. Looking at the screen, Hawks on a 9-0 run, beginning of the game. I was like, all right, awesome. Had a conversation. Was watching a game, and it was watching your house burn down. It was just like, man, a lot of good memories in there, a lot of good times, and then just watching the whole thing collapse within 60 minutes was just absolutely.
Dude, the whole thing collapsed. The whole thing collapsed in 12 minutes. Kraemer. The Hawks went on a 6 to 47 point run. And I don't know how much you have to know about basketball to know that is a losing stat.
You don't even have to be good at math to know that's not good.
It's not great. It's not great. So they're dead. I do have. I don't want to like sit here and sourpuss this too hard because it's over. And I do want to also. I'm gonna take a step back.
Okay.
Hawks basketball for the past 2 months has been an absolute fantastic thing to watch. Like, really, after the Trae Young trade, wherever you stand on that, if you were like, we should have kept him, obviously we shouldn't have because we played so much better, or not, the Hawks really came together to put on a show. Making an actual playoff position is sick instead of having to play in. Wouldn't know what that's like for all those people that did have to play in. Embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as our loss in game 6. But thank you to the Hawks. Appreciate y'all putting on a fun time for us. That being said, I want to get back to reality. And I actually have I have a tidbit I want to tell y'all that I got, an inside scoop, if you will. I'm kind of in the know now. I have a buddy who I promised I would not name any sources for this, but I'll give you the high level here. Hold on one second while I pull up the photo.
I don't know about you, Peyton. I'm on the edge of my seat.
Well, I'm thinking if this is a good enough person that's in there, like let's start talking season tickets and stuff here, man.
Yeah, you might want to when you hear this. Okay, so from an unnamed source said, boys, I was at a wedding last night, at location I won't disclose. A buddy whose name I will not disclose was there, who just took a high up job at will not name. His boss is a guy named Redacted, who is a minority owner for the Hawks. This guy told him to not be surprised if Anthony Edwards is signed in the offseason and that the Hawks wager everything for the future on him and a high-profile center.
I got chills. My dog, the dog even had to come. He heard that. I mean, look at what's up, oh my God.
Listen,
I mean, you named a dog and a dog had to come in to verify. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
There were all those rumors starting around at the All-Star break when he hit up Jalen and was like excited to come home, and they were kind of like looking at each other like, I think if this happens, Jalen Johnson's gone. Like, I think all our best players getting traded for that. Like Ricochet, Jalen, they'd all have to go.
Really? Named our best players Ricochet. Relax.
Yeah, he's like Ricochet still has a ceiling. I totally agree. No, like okay, Jalen, yeah. I think if I'm not gonna say what I would want, I'm just saying this is probably realistic. Is like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who is like my favorite Hawk, is probably gone. We're losing all those guys, and it really depends on where our first-round pick lies, like what we get in this draft lottery. Because if it is a first or second or third pick even, you wager that in, well, then you can keep one of these guys that you want to play like as an off. Nickeil would be gone because you think about it, that's where Ant's going to play. But yeah, I mean, if you could keep
Honestly,
it, you wouldn't keep it Jalen Johnson either. But it'd be pretty nice.
Null's on a high right now too, right? Most improved player. He's a hot commodity, so it's like you got to sell probably pretty high on this guy.
What do y'all think about the idea
information.
What do y'all think that Anthony Edwards could be on a Hawks jersey?
Peyton, you take this away. I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
So I would love that. I've kind of had this talk with Krista. Shout out again. I've talked to her about this after the All-Star break. I was like, oh yeah, he's coming. I was kind of pulling for the Wolves to kind of like lose and give us a chance to be like, man, he wants out of Minnesota. But man, I feel like the perfect thing would be, I kind of said this at the All-Star break, and it's just kind of gotten better, that I will be willing to part with our 2 picks this year, because we have 2 first-rounders, correct? As of now, yeah, our 2 first.
Yep.
I think CJ McCollum
2 lottery picks,
and no, I think if we get rid of those 4 for Ant, I think that's a steal of a deal for us.
Dude, if that's all we had to give up, I would take that in a heartbeat.
Without a doubt. And he wants to come home. He wants to come home.
Dude, and that's what I'm saying is like, there's something about when you get a guy in an Atlanta jersey from Atlanta, how they play better. And like, I'll mention a couple of guys in different sports that I'm thinking. Like one of the first ones is like in baseball, Dansby Swanson's from Marietta, right? Like when he played in the Braves, his numbers were better than he's been in the Cubs. Like you play up to that. Actually, I could think of quite a few more that have been from Atlanta, specifically in basketball. But when it comes to Ant Edwards coming home, like you're talking about the most high-profile player in basketball, like expected to take the gauntlet when it comes to best players up there with like Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, younger guys who have like taken over the game. I'll exclude Wemby from that because he's a freak. But yeah, Anthony Edwards would sell some jerseys, man. I have not bought a Hawks jersey in my entire life. I'd be buying an Anthony Edwards jersey.
I bought 2 Trae Young jerseys, so
yeah,
that's come back to bite me recently.
Hey,
but if he comes to Atlanta, I'm buying jersey right away.
Now.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can find Peyton, Kraemer, and I lined up at the Hawks shop. We're gonna buy tickets. We're buying jerseys together that day. We'll post a photo of us holding them up like this, like a jersey swap.
Absolutely.
Hope they sell 3XLs for me.
I'm just like, I don't know. I'm wrapping my head around it because like that would be an incredible move. That would be one of the coolest things the Hawks have done in a long time.
No, it'll be the first time ever we've sold out for like the best player in the league. The Hawks never do this.
Yeah, like, usually when we get players that are considered some of the best players in the league, we get them at the downfall of their career.
Oh, dude. I mean, we get them in like 30 seconds. You're talking about like Vince Young or Vince Carter, sorry.
Mutombo.
Yeah, dude. I just like the only player we've had in their prime is Dominique Wilkins, like that. Then Joe Johnson and Josh Smith. That's like the 3 I could think of. I mean,
we had Pistol Pete.
Yeah, dude. I don't even think
at the end of his career,
colored TVs back then, dude. So yeah, having the pistol might have been cool, but I wasn't there for that. But look, that piece of information. If this goes down, we're gonna have to ask Peyton politely to like chop this up and post it because it will be the ultimate call. And the ultimate insider scoop that we can.
We've made a couple calls on here. So I was about to say we've made a couple calls. We've had some takes on this podcast before.
We're like 40, 60 on our takes. We're not very good at takes. We called 14 games for the Falcons.
We didn't even bring this up at the beginning of the pod. And we could go ahead and say this is this day in the A for this pod right now. We called it a couple weeks ago on accident, but R.I.P. Ted Turner.
Oh, dude, yeah, man.
Clap it up for Ted Turner, bringing the Braves to what it was today. I accidentally declared him dead a couple weeks ago, and he actually had passed away today. So
it's not funny. We're not. Ted Turner did so much for the city. He made the Braves the team of the United States, right? America's team, with what he did with TBS. Yeah, I'll never. I mean, we literally tweeted out like at Ted Turner, like, we're really sorry that we said you were dead. I mean, not 4 months ago.
Try like a month ago, I said that, and I was like, oh.
All right, well, we might have to write some apology letters, but other than that, look, Atlanta sports, rumor mill looks good. Braves look really good. And what we're going to talk about next week with Peyton, get involved in the draft to actually go in depth about what happened there and what that looks like in the future, as well as free agency, also looks very good for the Falcons. But with that being said, Peyton, I want to thank you again for coming on here. I know today's already been like a kind of a show getting this going together here, but I really appreciate you hanging with us. And Kraemer, actually, real quick, Peyton, do you want to give like a quick shout out to anybody while you're on here? Like, go ahead and let it rip.
Yeah, so obviously Kristoff, shout out, this will be the third time. Her, obviously, my family, they're all very
Shout out Krista,
supportive.
dude.
Yeah, my family.
Shout out Krista.
And my girlfriend, who we've been together for 2 years now, getting close to 3. When we first started dating, I said, look, you've not seen a side of me, and it's sometimes ugly, sometimes good, and it's the sports side of me. I said, if you can make it through a football season with me, this may last. And she's made it through 2 football seasons. So they've not been easy.
2 frustrating football seasons.
Very frustrating, but she's very supportive of what I do. And there's some rough nights, like she's getting into sports. She comes from a family that doesn't watch sports at all or anything. So she's very confused, and I'm like, hey, the Braves are playing tonight. Hey, the Braves are playing tonight. Hey, the Braves are playing tonight. She's like, didn't they just play like all week? I was like, yeah, it's kind of baseball,
yes,
but
yeah.
Shout out to her. She's amazing. She's always there in my corner, got my back. So I couldn't do all this without her, half her support. So shout out to her. And like I said, my family, I've got a whole bunch of other people I can shout out, but those special people know who they are and have helped me get to this point. So.
Hey,
cool, man. Hey, guess what,
awesome.
Peyton? And if you think of other names you want to do, you're going to be back all the time. So
we're going to have you back on next week, talk the draft, because, the first episode got kind of chopped.
Oh, but, Peyton, I'm actually going to put you on the spot here real quick. Last second, something we've started doing here. Is there a player or person in Atlanta that you want to give the award of Dirty Bird of the Week to?
So it can be any sport, anything, correct?
Any sport, any player, just has to be Atlanta based.
I feel like I'm going to stick with the Braves, and I feel like you either have to go with Dom Smith or Matt Olson. I mean, Dom Smith has been that clutch guy, and I'll just say Matt Olson because he just got 300 career home runs like the other night or whatever.
300 career home runs.
He's on the MVP list right now. He has the best stats in the league, and he's like 3rd in the list. It's just biased, whatever. I think Matt Olson has got to be the guy for this week. I mean, he's just a stud, and he had a rough performance today, but he's always that guy.
Yeah, I think that is like the best pick. That big home run that put us ahead to win the game that we did win in the series, as well as hitting us 300 and batting 300 now. Couldn't support that pick more. And on the spot, awesome job, babe.
Yeah, I also said Dom Smith too because I was at that walk-off game. That was a long game.
Were you really?
So I posted like my view of it. You can barely tell. We got like $20 tickets at the very top of Truist Park. Still great seats. But I had these
great seats.
KC Royals fans just nipping in my ear the whole game behind us. The whole game. And when we went on that walk-off, I mean, everybody around me, we were all like family, and we were jumping on top of each other. Like, it's the best sports moment of my life. I lost my voice. It was like a top 5 experience of my whole life. Like, it was great. So Dom Smith, also another shout out, but that was a cool experience for me.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, man. Going to those Braves games when, everybody's already counted you out, and then watching us come back and be able to win those games it's something you can't buy, No amount of money can add up to the experience you get there.
Yep.
I want to close this out here, but Peyton, you watch the podcast. I want to see, do you think you could close this out?
Yeah, you want me to say the thing?
Yeah, okay, I want to hear it.
I'll try my best. For what I remember, you want me to go ahead and do it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
So if I'm not mistaken, it goes, if you flew here or you grew here, I'm blanking. Whether you flew here or you grew here, oh, I'm sorry, I've completely blanked on it.
No, you're good. You're good, man. We'll work on it and we'll get you next week.
It just means you have to bring it back on next week, so I'll have it typed out and ready and memorize it. But when I'm at work and stuff, it's like my least favorite part of the podcast is I'm normally like grinding on the weed eater or whatever, and I'm like, I say it perfectly in the moment, but like right now, because I got put on the spot, like I promise I know it. Like I say it all the time.
No, you're good, man. You're good. You're good. I was just teasing, man. But we'll get you on the next one. So if you were just wondering what happened, Kenny's power just went out from the thunderstorm going on. So that's a perfect way to end it. Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for listening to another episode of the Atlanta Sports Special. Whether you flew here or you grew here, we appreciate having you.
Yeah! ATL on the rise, you know how we do. Beach tree dreams, dirty birds flying through. From the gridiron to the diamond, courts to the pitch. We reppin' ATL sports, every team, every niche. ATL, where the flames ignite. From Truist Park to the bins at night. Dreams take flight, hearts soar high. United we stand, reaching for the sky.